Okay. Beta. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from, man. I'm from that.
Hey, what it do? What it is? Big Boss Hog, Boss Dog, K-Poke through the door. Hit the top this box. Forget about soliloquy. Remember, tough times don't last. Good people do. Don't off yourself. Call them in the final line, be matter. Peak game. 84's on Will Swing. All right. We had a brilliant fight this past weekend. It was a wonderful fight, wonderful performance by both fighters. But that fight showed you why weight classes matter, okay? And this is why I'm against Terence Crawford versus Canelo, okay? You got Terence Bud Crawford, who's coming 154. Terence Crawford is a masterclass fighter, Hall of Fame fighter, has all these accomplishments, has done a lot of good in the sport of boxing. He just say like crazy stuff, but he's a great fighter. Boss has always said that. You know what I'm saying? You can retract. You never heard me say he suck, he trash. You know, I just feel like he say crazy stuff that make you question his boxing knowledge. But then he get in the ring and you like, okay, he know his boxing. So he fight good, but you know, he say stuff you be like, what? But this stuff right here goes to show you why you watch this last fight, this last weekend between Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn, and it showed you why weight classes matter. Okay? Hear me out. Conor Benn, if he would have fought a welterweight, those punches he was landing on Chris Eubank Jr., he would have stopped him. Now, granted, Chris Eubank Jr. was hurt a couple of times in the fight. Chris Eubank Jr. was buzzed, but I don't think it was just due to Conor Benn, right? I think it was due to the other ramifications, the rehydration clause, the making 160, right? Because I don't think Chris Eubank Jr. can make 160. That's why, you know, and he ended up coming out his pocket sacrificing like I think $600,000. You know what I mean? In penalties, right? So, I'm not doubting Terence Crawford's ability to fight and his ability to have a great performance against Canelo Alvarez. I'm just sitting here saying he can have a great performance and still lose the fight. Look at Conor Benn. That performance right there, he went out there, he laid it out on the line, he fought to the death. And I'm not sitting here saying that Conor Benn is Terence Crawford. Don't hear me out. But what I'm saying is you got a little man who fought a big man, and he still didn't win the fight. And he was landing some bombs on Eubank. So you got Terence Crawford, who's going to 168 pounds, who's fighting a Canelo Alvarez, right? Who is aging, okay? That's what it is. He aging. He's not looking how he normally would look. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why he taking the light touches and fighting all these little fighters, right? Because even Edgar Berlanga, you know, I know somebody gonna say, oh, he fought Edgar Berlanga. Edgar Berlanga's bigger than him. Edgar Berlanga is not that good. I'm just gonna be real with you. Edgar Berlanga is good. He got power. You know, he dangerous for anybody, but he's not that good skill-wise. You know what I'm saying? Skill-wise, he's not that good. Edgar Berlanga got power. And one thing I can tell you, power disrupts a lot of things. If you got power, you can get by. You know what I mean? Until somebody who knows how to deal with your power and who's skillful expose you, right? That's just what it is. That's real talk. Edgar Berlanga was getting by. That's real talk. It takes a skillful guy to come in and be like, okay, oh, he ain't, and just be sharp and just break you down, right? It takes a guy like that. You know what I'm saying? That's just real talk. So all I'm saying is, I mean, like, we got to give credit where credit's due. Terence Crawford did that with Errol. Errol was breaking bone in people's face, but Terence Crawford broke him down skillfully. He used his skill. If you go back and look at how he broke down Errol, it was a masterclass performance. He used this. He didn't fight with this. That's what I thought he was going to fight with, because he do that from time to time in some fights. He start fighting with this. He used this against Errol. Came in sharp, locked on, switched on, and it was a phenomenal performance. Now you're going against Canelo, who fights with this. And like I said before, Terence Crawford can have the best performance and look sharp and still lose this fight. I want Terence Crawford to win. I want him to beat Canelo. But it's like, we just saw Conor being put on, lay it all on the line, and he still lost. So, it's just like, this is why I don't like these rapid weight class jumping, right? Now, I know somebody gonna say, oh, all the greats did it. Yeah, all the greats did it, but they acclimated to the weight. They didn't just go in there, or they was like a weight class under. They didn't just come from, I'm at 135, let me go fight at 154. No, they periodically went up, right? If Crawford was at 60, kind of like Charlo, right? Charlo's at 60, right? And he was gonna, at one point, he was gonna go to 68 to fight Dave Benavidez, right? Just like Teofimo Lopez at 40. And he's rumored to go to 147 to fight Jambu Sinis. That's different. You know what I mean? One weight class, only adding a couple of pounds, that's different. But when you start talking about like, hey, I'm gonna go up 2-3 weight classes and fight this dude up here, I don't know, like, you know what I mean? Now, granted, if Crawford is able to keep Canelo off of him, he did not get hit, he can beat Canelo. But all this stuff about him stopping Canelo and all that, I don't see that. I'm sorry, I just don't. You know, I saw an interview with one of the Davis brothers. He was like, yeah, he definitely can stop Canelo. This is stuff I be talking about. Like, they say stuff that don't make sense. Oh, yeah, he definitely can stop Canelo. Crawford can stop him. I've seen him stop heavyweights at sparring. Stop bringing up sparring, right? Like, they tried to use, Conor being William Skull in sparring. It's sparring, bro. It's different than a live fight. The gloves are smaller, you ain't got no headgear on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different. Them punches coming faster. Pause. So all I'm saying at the end of the day is like, stop talking like that. You know what I mean? When it come down to this fight, it's already a built-in excuse. And I've been saying that. Like, they're already saying, oh, Conor Ben, he dared to be great. He went up there, he fought Chris Banjonia, and, you know, he put on a masterclass performance. You know, he still, you know, he laid out on the line. He just came up short. You know, bro, no, bro. Then they talk about they want to see a part 2. It's like, no. That fight he shouldn't even been fighting Eubank Jr. Conor Ben should have been fighting Mario Barrios, Jambu Sinis, anybody in around his weight class, or go to 154. That's what he should have been doing. Not going to 160, and make it a dude that's a super middleweight fight you at 160 and y'all fight. No. So now you got Crawford. He finna go to 168 and fight Canelo Alvarez, a fighter that everybody like, that dude's strong than a mug. Now I know what Bud Buddy gonna say. Terence Crawford is strong too. Everybody, Terence Crawford is strong. He's very strong. Yeah, he's so strong. Yeah. Y'all be glazing. I be like, bro, that's why I be cooking y'all like that. Because y'all be meat riding this man, bro. Terence Crawford is strong. He's strong. But that's not gonna keep Canelo off of him, bro. And by the time he fight Canelo, he's gonna be 38 years old. Like I told y'all, I want Crawford to win. But we just had a great example of why the little man can go in there and have the best performance of his life and still lose. That's all I'm saying. He can have the best performance. He can go out there and be throwing 1,000 punches around or through 2,000 punches. They both could throw a total of 3,000 punches. And it be fight of the year. Canelo still. That's all I'm saying, bro. Understand what I'm saying, my bro. Like, and I already know the Bud Buddy's gonna say, oh, you're talking about Crawford. You just want Crawford to lose. I don't care what you talking about. All I said at the end of the day is Terence Crawford can go in there and put on the best performance, fight a better performance than he did when he fought Errol. Right? Because a lot of people say that's his best performance of his career. Fight a better performance than that performance, and he still could lose. Just saying. He can get in there and lay it out on the line and all that and still lose. Now, this is what I want for Terence Crawford. And hear me out. I want Terence Crawford to go back down to 154 and fight those guys down there. That's what I want. You know, the Bud Buddies coming with excuses. Oh, there's no true challenges down there. There's a lot of challenges down there. Hell, he struggled to beat Madrimov. He didn't watch Madrimov. And look what Virgil Ortiz did to Madrimov. He got Virgil Ortiz down there. Jermell Charlo still right there. Murder's all left. Murder. Allah Akbar. Murder's all left. He down there. You know what I mean? Brian Castano, Eric Salubin. It's a lot of big fights. He can go to 160. Janabek. Erislandy Lara at 60. Carlos Adams at 60. He can literally go in between 54 and 60 and make big fights and make big money fights. And close out his career just knocking off people. That's all I'm saying. He could close out his career knocking off people, bro. Knocking off all these dudes, right? If I was Crawford, the boogeyman at 154 right now is Murder Zalev. I would have fought Murder Zalev. I'd be like, look, give me Murder Zalev. I'm a washer. Because nobody want to fight him, bro. Everybody that's linked to Murder Zalev, they mysteriously find another way to fight somebody else. The only other person that want that smoke with Murder Zalev is Eric Salubin. Because Eric Salubin wired differently. Eric Salubin is a fighter I actually respect. You know what I'm saying? His confidence ain't waver or nothing after losses. He still want that smoke. He like, man, I want it. Pause. But Crawford going to fight Canelo, he just trying to find an exit plan, bro. We just gonna be honest. I understand y'all Bud Buddies love Terence Crawford, and I get it. But he's trying to find an exit plan, bro. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to go out with the career high payday. If Terence Crawford and Canelo, they fight, right? Because on paper, they finna fight. But we don't know what's going to happen between now and September. Canelo may lose to William Skull. And that might mess the whole thing up. Right? So now what? Is Bud going to fight William Skull? Is that still going to be an option? That's another question. And I'm going to do a video about that. All I'm saying at the end of the day, to keep it 1,000, is like, Terence Crawford can have the best performance of his career against Canelo and still lose. But it is what it is. And let me know what y'all think. Let's go.